I'm Father John Geaney of the Paulist Fathers, and you're watching Psalm Sense. When I was a kid, and at about 15, as a Boy Scout, I went to the National Jamboree in California at Irvine Ranch. It was a wonderful trip. How did we go? We went, believe it or not, on a Pullman train. Now, what does that mean? Basically, it means that each night you get taken care of. Bed's made, your bathroom is all taken care of. People lift your luggage from this place to that place. And all of those people are really, in our case, one person. He was the porter for our car. Now, I cannot remember his name, but I can tell you this, he was very careful to make sure that everything went well for us on that train. And he was part of a great union. It was called the Pullman Porters Union. And he was also part of a union that had really created what we now know as Labor Day. Now, you might wonder, how did that happen? Well, the Pullman porters, went on strike, and there was a great deal of violence, some of it including the National United States Army. The president, Grover Cleveland, decided in 1894 that there would be a national holiday for people who worked as our porter did for less than good wages. And that in that way, we would show some justice to the people who truly deserved it. So that was how Labor Day came about. And we've been celebrating it ever since. We oftentimes think of it as the end of summer day, the day before school goes back day. But basically, it is Labor Day, and it's to honor the people who work in our everyday lives, hoping that they will be treated just like everybody else. Now, you might say, hey, what does this have to do with the Psalms? And I would say, let's pray a bit and open to Psalm 146. And there we will hear these words. Blessed is he who made heaven and earth, the seas and all they contain, who preserves fidelity forever, who does justice to those who are oppressed. And that's where the Psalms come in. Justice for those who are oppressed. And many people in the 1800s and in the early 1900s were working at wages that did not help them to be a better people. And so Labor Day is a reminder to us of the importance of what people who work every day need. They need good wages that can support their families in ways that are helpful for all of us. So when you think to yourself, I wonder why we have 40-hour weeks, the answer is because of the unions. And why do we have weekends off? Because of the unions. All of this is a result of Labor Day. And I think it's important for us to realize just how important the Labor Day is. Now, let's go a little further with the psalm. It is the Lord who sets prisoners free, the Lord who opens the eyes of the blind, the Lord who raises up those who are bowed down. So essentially, that's where the unions come in. And that's where Labor Day becomes important, because it urges us to recognize how important workers are to all of us and how important justice is to them, that they have good wages that make it possible for them to support their families, to do things like have relaxed days off, and weekends and vacations. All of this brought about by the union and labor movement. So as you're celebrating Labor Day, think about the people who have made it possible with their sacrifices. For Psalm Sense, I'm Father John Geaney. And let's remember, when each of us gets the vaccine, all of us get healthier.